Hi, good morning everyone. Let's get started with our next topic, which is on SAP Java special privilege users. Okay, so in this particular topic, we'll be covering a couple of things. Basically, about the login parameters and the user info for the default users in the Java system. Especially the Java that I am referring to is SAP's Web Application Server Java Stack. Okay, here in this case you can see these are the default users. First is the administrator user. So whether it is a dual stack system, you will have J2E underscore admin user, guest, we have J2E underscore guest user, then communication user, which is SAP JSF user. So these are the default users which are created when you install a Java stack. Next thing is about the default groups. Okay, here you can see that there are default groups like administrators group. Okay, then you have guest group, everyone group, authenticated users group, anonymous group. Okay, initially the default guest user is assigned to the guest group. In addition, the UME possesses an integrated group adapter which is responsible for the following three special groups. So these are the three key groups, that is everyone, authenticated users, and anonymous users. Okay, everyone is always a member of this group. Every user is member of this group. If you assign roles, actions to this group, then every user has the corresponding authorization. Okay, authenticated users, you assign all the users who in whatever way have to log on to AS Java to this group. Okay, lastly the anonymous users, all the users who are able to log on anonymously are assigned to this group. Okay, so authenticated users plus anonymous users is everyone user. Okay, next thing is about the default roles. Okay, here you can see there are two default roles which are created when you install WebAS Java or SAP Application Server Java. So one is the administrator group and second is the everyone group. Okay, now next thing is we will talk about the special administrator users. Okay, so in this particular topic, what we are doing is we are going to talk about why this particular administrator user is a special. Okay, what is the specialty for this administrator users? Basically what happens is that the administrator user that is there, you will find storing the having special privileges for logging into the STM, for logging into the secure store, and for the J2E administrator. So here in this particular slide you are seeing that you can access using web browser. So you are coming to the Java dispatcher, which in turn goes to the SDM server whenever we are deploying any patches. So two things to note. One is whenever we are changing any passwords, here you can see that the password change, whenever you make a change, you go to the UME portal. I'll show you the UME portal. Okay, so this is the UME portal. Let me enlarge this little bit. Okay, in the UME portal you can search for the user called administrator. Okay, so let me connect to the this is basically a dual stack system. Okay, so I logged into a different server where we can see this administrator user. Okay, so administrator user, the first step is for changing a password, just select that user. Okay, once you select this user, here you can see that you can click on the modify tab and you can change your password over here. That is step 1 for a administrator user. Okay, step 2 is we need to go to a visual administrator or config tool to make this change as well. Okay, so these are the two steps if you want to change a password for the user like administrator. So that is why it is called a special administrator user. Okay, so then let's talk about the emergency user. Okay, so let's go to the config tool to show you how the which is the parameter which we need to change to activate the emergency user. Basically the way it works is that whenever most of the users or J2E admin or administrator users, none of the users are available using which you can log in or reset the passwords. In that case, as a last resort, you need to activate the SAP star user. Okay, so to activate SAP star user, once you make a change, you need to restart the system. Okay, so basically there is a property called, this is the name of the property. Okay, you need to change this property and set the value of it to true. So once you set the value of it to true, this SAP star is activated. You can make your changes, you can log into the Java user management, that is UME engine, and you can change the password for any user, and once it is done, then you can just deactivate that particular user. Okay, so these are the two or basically 3 steps for activating, connecting to UME and deactivating the SAP star user. Okay, so let's log on to the system and I will show you how to find this particular entry in the system and how we can modify this entry. Okay, so let me connect to the system. Give me a second. Okay, I am connecting to the system, and after connecting to the system we need to look for the location called secure store. Okay, secure store basically it stores what we just saw, is that this is the place where the administrator password is stored. Okay, that is about the secure store. Then next thing is we were talking about the super okay, there is a find tab in the config tool where you can do a find. Basically here you can see super admin activated is false. This is the password for the super admin. So whenever you need to activate, come here, make this change and activate the super admin, and when you are done just make it false again. And this entry requires a reset of the, you need to reset the Java system, then only this gets activated. So just make sure that after making a change it is followed by a restart. So that is about the special privilege for the user. Okay, that's what I wanted to cover in this particular topic. Thanks for joining and have a nice day. Bye bye.